This is the way.
So Grogu, adorable as he is, he was basically a package for the first 2 seasons, something to be delivered.
Right.
He was the mission. How would you describe his role in season 3?
Well, he's leveled up a bit. He came in handy a few times in the first 2 seasons, and we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, we got to check in on his training, the 2 years that we spent away from them as a partnership, separately, seeing them not really doing as well as they do together. But one of the good things about spending that much time apart was that Grogu, Baby Yoda, has gotten to study with the greatest Jedi around. We saw that he was slowly uncovering some of his earlier knowledge that had been repressed from earlier days and earlier training, but also learning new things. And so I think that that time spent with Luke Skywalker is going to come in very handy because, as you said, he's no longer the cargo. Now he's a companion. He's somebody that can actually be helpful.
Well, I'm confused. I thought you had completed your mission, but you're still running around here with the same little critter.
Carl Weathers has been pretty prominent in the promos after being played light in season 2. What can you say about where we find Greef Karga?
Well, you're going to see him both in front of and behind the camera. That's a big thing because he's directed another episode for us. You know, he's wonderful to check in with because you're not just checking in with him, you're checking in with Navarro, which is the planet that we first saw the conflict happening between him and the Mandalorian. What's nice about time passing is you could have significant arcs, not just in characters like Grogu or the relationship between him and the Mandalorian, but time spent apart, you get to see what happens to planets, how things are affected and change. It's like an old Western.
Now, it belongs to her.
She can't take it. It must be won in battle.
Katie, last we saw Bo-Katan, she had been unwittingly duped out of the Darksaber. How much time has passed since then, and what is her current disposition?
It's interesting, you know, there is a question that I have that, how did she lose it? Because the last we saw in animation, she had it. So when that Darksaber showed up and it was not in her hand, that was something that I had a quick text message to Dave Filoni about. She believes that she needs that Darksaber to rule, and she believes that she is the rightful ruler, and she believes that she is the person who is right to lead her people back together again.
I yield. It's yours.
Knowing that she didn't take it when Din tried to give it to her, something's changed in her, because the last time that somebody gifted it to her, she took it willingly. I accept this sword for my sister, for my clan, and for all of Mandalore. So something is different about her, and something happened. We definitely start this season with a different Bo, and I would say that she's feeling a little sorry for herself.
Dave, without naming names unless you want to, are any characters that were previously only animated be brought to live-action life in season 3?
Never know. I mean,
You know?
I do know, but I
just
can
tell
never
him.
say that's the truth. I wouldn't want to say it would ruin.
What if he says a few names and you just say yes or no?
No, that would be terrible too. I mean, I think it's always fun, and I appreciate that a lot of people are interested in that. I think that there's a generation of fans that grew up when the Star Wars animated series like Clone Wars were the Star Wars happening, and now a lot of those fans have grown up and are excited about the potential because of characters like Ahsoka turning up and Bo-Katan. So we'll have to wait and see. It always has to make sense for our story.
In addition to yourself and Ahsoka, are there any other animated characters that you're excited to see their live-action forms?
Clone Wars and Rebels has such a fun catalog of characters that you could pull from, based on myself and Ahsoka and Sabine, that's something that Dave is enjoying doing. So if he continues to enjoy that, you would think that you would see more. But, that's above my pay grade.
Without that blade, she's a pretender to the throne.
Is it just going to get to a point where Bo's just going to say to Din, you, me, now, let's go? And just duke it out for the Darksaber.
There's a lot of speculation that that's what's going to happen. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. We know that she's not going to take it as a gift, and we know that Mandalorians believe that it has to be won in battle. So, if she wants it, that she's going to have to fight.
And then lastly, one of our readers, Mariana, she had this question: what advice would Bo-Katan right now give her Clone Wars era self?
Oh God. You don't necessarily need to follow people and trust them just because they're family.